son, Eric, passed away October 12, 2013 from a heroin overdose. With that, we realized that there was this huge misconception about a drug addict.
Everybody needs to be educated. I feel that people don't understand addictions. We were shocked. We didn't think we could be victims.
We thought we were an island, but we weren't. We quickly realized that there was a lot of people involved.
And so until we can have everybody understand that nobody's exempt, we haven't done our job.
This epidemic is really, truly one of the most devastating scourges upon our society in the history of our country. If you set wars aside, it's just terrible how many people, 33,000 overdose deaths last year from opiates. But the truth is it has hit all stratas of society, whether it's the owner of the Colts organization, a multi-billionaire, or movie stars that we've seen.
I guess the one thing that's important for people to understand is they don't want to be an addict. Once they are, they hate it. They absolutely hate it. They want to get out of it. It's a cycle and they don't know how to get out of it. Many addicts had no idea how easily they could become addicted. And I think anybody that is in recovery, that is staying in recovery, needs to be admired because they are working very hard. And that's where we have to help them, give them hope.
We were so lucky that this little Spitfire, Lindsay, walked into our presence. And I think to a person, none of us have seen anybody as courageous and motivated and focused as we have in Lindsay. She is one of the most amazing people we've ever met.
I just hope that there could be more people out there like Lindsay.
I chose this field because my mother was a heroin addict and I struggled a lot as a child, and just seeing her struggling to get clean and get sober. And I was about 5 years old when she entered treatment, and she went away for 30 days and I was like, what am I gonna do without my mom for 30 days? And I was scared to death. But she came out and it was really different. And she spent time with me and we did things together, and that's really when the memories started with her. And a few years later, she became an alcohol and drug counselor. And she did that for the rest of her life, 24 years clean. At first I was like, why do you do this? Like, what do you get out of this? And after she passed away in '08, I was kind of like, I get it now, because I started, meeting people and I'm like, this is a real problem. And it is devastating at times. And I do have clients that die, and I have families that fall apart and they don't make it. But it's that one family that you can touch, and you get that call from the mom and they're crying and it's happy tears and they're so thankful. And they're like, you got my son into treatment, you got my daughter into treatment, both of my children are in treatment right now. And she's sending me pictures of them and they look like totally different people. I do what I do and I love what I do because of kids like me, that somebody reached out and guided my mom into treatment. And I would never be here today if somebody wouldn't have done that for her. I feel like God put me in this position for a reason, and I can't imagine doing anything else with my life for as long as I live. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
As we look forward in terms of our aspirations, we're going to need more care coordinators. Lindsay, I call her our heroine, right? She is an amazing resource, but we need more Lindsays at the front door.
After Lindsay gets you into treatment, you come out of treatment, where do you go? Do you go back to the same people, places, and things that got you there? No.
The only way we're really going to beat it is a holistic approach, because we could, incarcerate someone and they detox there and they go through the court system, and if they don't have the supporting services of transportation and decent housing and guidance on how to get the right treatment and how to get funding for that treatment, the gravitational pull of addiction is so great that they'll be sucked right down through that gap if it's very wide.
I know a lot of my clients, they have lots of barriers to getting into treatment. It's not, feasible for somebody to just wake up and go to treatment one day. We have things, people don't have IDs or birth certificates, social security cards, things like that. I got a call from a girl who was like, I don't have any shampoo and I just want to leave and go home where I can have, I said, you cannot leave treatment over shampoo. Like, we will find those feminine products. A lot of the treatment centers, they do their best to provide these items, but it doesn't always happen.
We have to find some type of transitional living facility to put these people in, to keep them in a safe haven or safe harbor.
So the idea and hope is that we can build some momentum. There's a need for women's housing. There's a need for men's housing. There's a need for facilities throughout the North region, really throughout this greater Cincinnati area.
And I know that our church, Crossroads, has been passionate about working with other churches, other faith-based organizations, as well as government organizations, corporations, people that are not faith-based. We often say, hey, we don't all have to believe in the same thing, we just have to care about the same thing.
The way you can help is really to dig deep into your pocket and help us fund this, because sadly, this money doesn't just fall out of the air here. We really need the community to step up and help us fight this battle. And the great thing about the community we live in, the Mason, Westchester, Butler, Warren, Clinton County area, I've lived here for 17 years. And what I've seen is when this community links arms and takes on a fight, there's nothing it can't accomplish. So my hope is that tonight we see that community spirit and we see people who are willing to step up, dig into their pockets, give us the opportunity to have the resources, and really help us fulfill our mission, which is we're one city against heroin.